Tamás, what's your first impressions from Mobey Members Meeting in Vienna? Can you tell us your first impressions?
Sure, yeah. I mean, when I talk to a lot of people here at the event in Vienna, most of them cited that it's a very lively, very good event, and they still like to come to this event particularly for the content. There was a lot of invaluable information exchanged through the expert groups, whether it was mobile wallets or even payments or embedded finance. And I think a lot of the attendees and the members said that this is still one of the very few events where they can come here to learn about what other banks are doing and learn from each other.
What maturity levels you see at different banks when it comes to personalization?
Fortunately, I think most of the banks are at a stage where personalization is on their agenda in some way or form, or some shape or form. You see, of course, banks who are just starting on this journey. They just realized that they're sitting on a huge pile of very valuable data, which they need to start monetizing both for the value, the financial value, but also for the experience of the customer. So I think a lot of banks are on this journey. Now, of course, you see ones which are just starting out, and then you see other ones such as Raiffeisen Bank and RBI, where this is now in a lot more mature stage where these solutions are live, customers are experiencing the positive benefits from these solutions, and of course there are tangible financial benefits for the banks as well. And there is a lot between the two who are just traveling on this journey.
Talking about the larger organization, what are the biggest challenges you see for them when it comes to scaling personalization? Can you give us some insights about this?
Certainly. One of the challenges I would mention is to do with data. Of course, these organizations are very fragmented in terms of data sources and data silos, and it is a challenge for most organizations to actually find the right data from the right place. And of course, that's a lengthy process, sometimes very expensive to get it done and get it done right. So I think the first challenge is with data, which can be very cumbersome and difficult to provide in a streaming format, either a real-time streaming format. The second, I would say, is also related to data, but it's more on the customer side, where banks need to educate and explain to customers what they're doing, and this is to their benefits. You see the GDPR regulation, you see that this provides a legal, trusted framework between the banks and the customers to provide these insights, to provide these financial tips and nudges to the customers. But of course, it has to come with an education to customers to reassure them that this is to their benefit, and again, they can get value out of these customer insights. So I think that second biggest challenge, other than of course technology, is to educate customers to make sure that they are positively clear on why the bank is doing this.
Now tell us the top things you see coming when it comes to personalization.
Okay, yeah, so that's a tough question, but I'm tempted to say because of 2023 and the current cost of living crisis, what we see here is that I think it's going to be more like a moral obligation for banks to communicate with customers about their financial health, to make sure that they are empowered with the right insights, with the right data to make conscious spending decisions on their daily lives or in their daily lives. So I think banks need to go and use personalization in various different ways to help customers with nudges, with financial tips, to educate them, to make sure that they're making responsible and conscious financial decisions when it comes to their daily spending. The other, I would say, of course, is also to make sure that they can improve their financial health on the longer term. So credit scoring, for example, comes to my mind, to ensure that banks can provide additional insight to credit scoring engines to make sure that particular customer can benefit from all the insights and all the data which the banks possess on that customer. And I think finally, the customer experience is really maybe the third insight or the third use case which would improve the lives of customers when they bank digitally with the banks. This is, of course, a big topic. Customer experience is a big topic, but personalization can be used in a different ways to improve that customer journey, to improve that customer experience, whether you're interacting through different channels with the bank or even in the branches. And basically, this is what Finshape does. We provide a holistic digital transformation to our clients and partners where they can improve these digital experiences.